Hi, and welcome to Design It with Tammie Gibbs. I'm Tammie, and I'm super excited about today's video. This one will probably be a little shorter than normal, but if you're doing florals and you're working with Artistly version 6, then this is going to definitely help you get a grasp on which of the generators inside Artistly 6 are best for doing florals. Now, there are all sorts of different looks you want when you're doing florals, so that's important to keep in mind. But I'm going to show you a little something right now that is going to be very helpful. Let me find it real quick. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking at some different florals that I have created. I did the exact same prompt across all of these just so we could, and I'm really favorable to this purpley color. I really like it. So anyway, I want to it's easier to compare if you use the same prompt. So all of these are done with the same prompt. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enlarge it so that we're seeing basically, and I apologize, my little dog is going absolutely bonkers. Shh. Sorry. Okay. All right. So these are the tools that I used down here. So you can see this is pretty. This is using 2D flat. I was very surprised at what I got here. And then this one is the game style. This one, of course, is the 8-bit pixel style, which that one pretty much I got what I thought I would. This one is the adult coloring book. So the thing about the coloring book features is that depending on your prompt, if you don't add color, then you're going to get more your coloring book. But if you add your color in, then frequently you're going to get a colored image that is also going to be pretty. This one I love. This one is from the adult coloring book version 2. And look how beautiful that is. It's very detailed. And I was very impressed with this one. This one is the anime style, and honestly, I was very surprised at how well it treated. And these are, of course, watercolor. You'd have to do a similar test with different, style. But most of the florals are done in the watercolors. So that's what I did this test with. Okay. So look at these. Okay, so this is really pretty to me. And this one was done in clip art style. This one is the chibi style. How surprising is that? And then I like this one. This one is the children drawing style. And then look at this one. This one's the children's book style. And then this, if you look really close, you can kind of tell it's kind of dimensional. And this is the clay style. Now, this one is very pretty, and this is, again, a clip art style, one of the clip art styles. And then you have collage art, you have coloring page, you have comic book illustration. To me, this one looks sort of folky, like for your folk art kind of renditions of your prompts. Then this one may be a good one to choose because it seems to treat it really well. I like this. This is different. It's a very different interpretation. This is the crayon painting style. And then if you look at this one, this is the regular crayon style. Now, this one is also a very unique version, and this is the creepy vintage. And then you see, this is dark manga. Look at those beautiful colors. This one is the detailed cartoon style. And then this I thought was very unique. That's the doodle style illustration. And I like this one. The Dreamy Invitation style has a nice little look to it. This one is the flat and stylized. This one I believe would be really good, like if you're doing things like the 1960s, you're trying to get those moody, groovy kind of flat flowers, then this one may be a really good pick because it looks like trained on something similar. And I know that a while back we were all really struggling trying to get those looks, like the flat sunflowers and the flat daisies and stuff like that. There are some applications when that is very needed for them to look flat and not dimensional. This one is the flat illustration style. And then as we move along, I really like this one. And this one is futuristic robots, you guys. This is what is so cool about Artistly, and what I always am telling you is to explore, because this is gorgeous. And who would have thought that you could use futuristic robots and get such a beautiful floral image? Now, this one is the game characters also, considering what it is designed for. This is not bad. This is pretty. This is the Ghibli style. I think I may be pronouncing that wrong. Not sure. Okay. And then this one is golden style. I use that for a lot of things. I like this one. I love the muted colors. This is grunge scrapbook. And then this one is the hand knitted style. So you get a little bit more color variation in that one that it picks up on. Then this one is the impasto oil, which I think this one is also very pretty. And then this one is the intricate pastoral. And then this one is is it kawaii? Kawaii? I can't ever pronounce that properly, but anyway, a style, watercolor style, also pretty. And then you have this lino cut style. And then this one is loose expressive. This one is lush realistic. I like this one. This one's manga, surprisingly. I like the little details here that to me do really well. This is the Minecraft cinematic style. And then this one is miniature. This one is the minimalist graphite style. And then look at this one. I believe this one is lovely. This one is minimalist illustration. Now, this one, I don't know, it may look good on a different image, a different prompt, but this one is the modern paper cutout style, and it was one of my least favorites, I think. Okay, and then you have this one, which is the multi-expression style. And then look at the detail in this one, which is mystic fantasy. You get a lot of little different tiny details. And then this one is the naive acrylic style. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right either. And then this one is the noise vector. And then this one I think is pretty. Look at all the little details here. This is the oil painting one, but yet it is still watercolor. So don't be afraid to experiment. Okay, so this is the old school style. Sorry about that. Getting carried away here. Okay, this is the origami style. This one is the painted tissue collage style, and this one is painting illustration. And remember, as I said, these are the exact same prompt, just rendered in the different styles. This one is the pencil sketch style. I'm really liking the pencil sketch style. It has a lot of depth in what you can get using it. This one is picture book. This one is the Pixar style. This one is the pixel art illustration. And this one, this is pretty, is the plant and flowers pattern style. This one is playful cartoon storybook style. This one is the quirky minimal line style. This one is retro game illustration. And then this one is very pretty to me, retro vibe. This one is a different version of the retro. I ran it again, and this is retro vibe. And then this one is semi-realistic cartoon style. This one is soft digital pastel style. And this is the soft woolen. If you look really close, you know, it looks like it's sewn, like it's felt or something, which is kind of cool. This one is the stained glass. And then this one is steampunk journal. This is very unique. This is the unique dreamy style. And then this one is storybook illustration. And this one is Van Gogh. This one is vector illustration, and then I like this one a lot. This one's pretty wall art style, and this one's pretty watercolor portrait. And I really like this one. This one's watercolor style. There's several different watercolor styles, so you have to, this is, you know, working towards the bottom. This one is lovely. I love the color treatment on this one, and it is watercolor inspired digital design. And this one is whimsical fantasy illustration. This one is whimsical illustration. This one's whimsical storybook style, and this one is photorealistic. Now, this one is actually your first one under A6, version 6, under the prompt, the text to prompt or whatever it is, that very first choice. That's what that one is. This one is, wait, let me look. Maybe I told you wrong. This is AI. No, this one's the AI Image Designer version 6. Okay. This one is watercolor style. This one, I like this a lot, is this one is the AI Image Designer photorealistic. This one is the perfect text in image. This one is the perfect text in image designer also. And then this one is perfect text in image as well. This one is another version of the V6 designer. This one's photorealism. And this one is the animal style, animal style. What is it? Pets, I think it is. It's under pets. And this is the cinematic style. This one is animal cooking. Surprising, isn't it? This one's animal traveling. This one's anthropomorphic animals. And this one is DND style under the pets. This one's real life animals, and this one is the elegant logo. This one is seamless patterns V2. This one's also seamless patterns V2. This one is t-shirt designs, and this one is luxurious invitation, wedding invitation. Now, let me see if I can back out a little bit, and we're going to look at how the same prompt is treated. This is the exact same prompt, and it's also the exact same. I did the Van Gogh. So this is the exact same font and the exact same style. And this is how it treats the same prompt across the various different aspect ratios. So you see here, this is 1:1. This one is 16:9. This one is 21:9. This one is 2:3. This one is 3:2. This one is 4:5. and you see how different you get. So that's really helpful if you're doing clip art packs or you're doing invitations and you want the same look. Use the same prompt, but change the aspect ratio to get various different groupings that you can use. This one is 5:4. Again, same style, same prompt. And then this one is 3:4. And this one is 4:3, and this one is 9:16 and 9:21. So that is going to give you a really good overview of the various different ways that you can do florals inside of Artistly, and how each one of those individual little generators treats the floral prompts. So I hope that that is very helpful to you and that you can use it. Got that brand new playbook, which is Mastering Florals with AI. And so you may want to check that out. Check out the new Mastering Objects with AI playbook also. Those are the two newest ones right now as of January of 2026. And so I hope this helps, and leave in the comments. I'm considering listing this as an aid for you guys. It won't be but more than a few dollars, but if you think that it would be handy to have this to refer when you start to go in and make your florals, then I will consider putting it in my stores in order for you to be able to reference it, easier or whatever, so that you can, examine it. And this is just a good, like I said, overview of not only just the individual styles and how they treat watercolor florals. It's also very, very handy for looking at these aspect ratios and seeing, as far as florals go, kind of the different ways that it treats a floral prompt, and how you can utilize that. So give me a comment. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see added to my store for a few bucks. And I'll I'm thinking about possibly making it available to you guys, because I really do think it would be helpful and that you'd get a lot of use out of it. So anyway, stay, if you want to, you can hang on for the next little bit. It's going to flip through all the different playbooks that I have available in my best-selling series of playbooks. And so if you're kind of wanting to make sure whether or not you've missed a playbook, or there's a playbook that I've already done for something that you're trying to do, then stay tuned and you can take a look at it. I just have them scrolling basically through the ending of the video. Also, be sure and check the description for links to my stores to purchase if you're interested. Also, join my Facebook group if you're not already in it. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, happy creating.